Good afternoon, and you're welcome to On Nta Ch Channel 10 News. I am Oluwabukola Akonde, the news and details. From President Bola Ahmed Tinubu commiserate with the families of victims, the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FRS) and the United Bank of Africa (PLC) over the Tuesday's fire outbreak at Afriland Building on Broad Street, Lagos Island. President Tinubu extends his condolences to the management and staff of Afriland Properties Limited, the FRS, UBA, and particularly those who lost their loved ones in the inferno and the injured who are currently receiving medical attention. The President commends the emergency respondents, including the Federal Fire Service, first aiders, medical personnel, and members of the public, for their quick intervention and notes their deep sense of responsibility during the evacuation. President Tinubu advised more caution, trainings, and alertness to avert such emergencies in the future. The President prays that God Almighty will receive the souls of the departed and grant quick recovery to the injured. Also, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu condoles the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the people of the state, and the corporate organizations affected by the tragic fire outbreak at Afriland Towers on Broad Street, which claims 10 lives. In a condolences message, the First Lady also extends special commiserations to the Federal Inland Revenue Service and the United Bank of Africa over the incident. She prays that God comforts the families, colleagues, and loved ones of the departed and the injured at this time of grief and pain, while granting peaceful response to those who lost their lives. Still on the fire outbreak, as the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu sympathized with families, organizations, and the traders affected by Tuesday's fire outbreak at Afriland Towers on Broad Street, Lagos Island. The incident claimed several lives, including staff of the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FRS) and the United Capital PLC, and destroyed properties worth millions of naira. In a statement by the media aide, Boyega Kosile, the governor described the tragedy as unfortunate and worrisome, assuring that government remains committed to improving fire safety and emergency response in the state. He also commiserated with the traders at the Central Plaza, Madalas Market, who lost goods in a separate inferno, while commending first respondents, including LASEMA, Lagos Fire and Rescue Service, LASAMBOS, and the Federal Fire Service for their swift intervention. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Betoko, in Lianjianshu Province, China, where he delivers a keynote address at the Global Public Security Cooperation Forum. Speaking on the theme, combating transnational crimes and countermeasures, Egbetokun warns that criminal syndicates are no longer small operators, but vast enterprises worth hundreds of billions of dollars larger than the economics of many countries. It stresses that organized crime now generates over 870 billion dollars annually, draining resources that could otherwise provide schools, hospitals, jobs, and security for millions. The IGP highlights how human traffickers in North Africa, terrorist networks in the Sahel, and the cyber criminals across borders destabilize nations thousands of miles away, proving that crime has become a globalized as commerce. He urged governments to unite in principles, share intelligence, and embrace innovation in order to match the speed of agility of crime groups. Ekwetoku underscores Nigeria's frontline experience in the fight against terrorism, citing Boko Haram and ISWAP's exploitation of porous borders and international arms market. It calls on states to close banks, build strong coalitions, and stand together in courage, reminding the forum that while criminals move for profit, nations must move for principles. The forum gathers ministers of security, police chiefs, and experts from across the board, with China hosting a recognition of the need for stronger international cooperation against transnational crime. Back home, the Lagos State government has pledged stronger measures to safeguard lives and properties following Tuesday's fire at Afriland Towers on Broad Street, Lagos Island. The blaze, which engulfed the 6-story commercial building, claimed several lives and left traders counting heavy losses. Joy Kenabapoya has the details.
At a media briefing, Lagos State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho, conveyed government's condolences to families, organizations, and Lagosians affected by the Afriland Towers fire. He urged the public to remain calm during emergencies to avoid preventable casualties.
What went wrong on that day? There are speculations about it. And this is not uncommon in a city like this and any human environment.
Emergency responders explained that the fire originated from the basement of the 6-story building. They maintained that their intervention was swift, despite speculations in some quarters, stressing that their priority was saving lives and stopping the inferno from spreading further.
About 1:38 in the afternoon, a distress call was made, and the Lagos State Emergency Crew mobilized immediately to this location. We had in presence, we had the LASEMA, we had Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, we had the Safety Commission, and we had the LASAMBAs.
In line with the Safety Commission, that it was not fire that killed the victim or the injured people, but it was smoke. As a result of smoke emanated from the basement of the building.
And immediately the victims were rescued out of the fire. They were taken into the ambulance. Immediately we commenced oxygen therapy because a lot of them has inhaled the carbon monoxide, which fast kills even more than the fire.
On the same day, traders at Central Plaza near Mandilas Market also lost goods worth millions of naira in a separate fire incident. The government extended its sympathies to them as well. The state government says safety reviews are being intensified, assuring that emergency protocols will be strengthened. Lagosians are meanwhile advised to observe safety rules and cooperate with first responders. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abapoya, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Lagos State Police Command has restored peace and normalcy to Tejoshun Market Phase 2, Surulere, following a violent disturbance by hoodlums and miscreants who mobilized under the guise of protesting a power outrage. The hoodlums and miscreants damaged some sections of the bank premises and attacked police personnel on guard duty at the bank within the market. The PMF personnel repelled the attacks and firmly protected the bank from invasion by the hoodlums and miscreants and exercised a high level of restraint in their actions. This was contained in a statement issued by the Deputy Police Public Relations Officer. According to the statement, the Lagos State Police Command wishes to assure members of the general public and traders in Tejoshun Market and other markets in Lagos State that normalcy has been fully restored and the situation is under control. People are enjoying to go about their lawful businesses peacefully without fear or apprehension. The command assures resident business operators and stakeholders that the situation remains under control. CP Olawunda Regime reiterate that violent attack on police personnel and destruction of property will not be tolerated. He hereby advises Lagosians to show utmost respect to the police personnel in the discharge of their responsibility of protecting life and properties, while urging all residents to report complaints to the nearest police station and the emergency helpline on 070-610-19374, 080-65154-338, 080-39344-870. You are live on NTA Lagos Channel 10 now. Let's take a break. After the short time out, the news continues. Please stay tuned.
You're looking for a spacious, serene, beautiful and comfortable environment for your event? Then
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place to be. With about 3,065 seating capacity,
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and car parking lot for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, religious and school activities.
Our conference hall is convenient for company annual general meetings, lectures, seminars or workshops.
With just 250,000 naira only, you can use our entire entire space and also have your event covered with a token which will be aired on our social diary program, Mary Lane.
For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tejo Show, or call Chibuzo
On 0812-324-5519
and Gmo
on 003-830-1669.
NTA Lagos premises affordable just for you.
You are welcome back, and if you are just joining us, you are watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News. Lagos House of Assembly has adopted a motion seeking financial autonomy for the legislative arm at the local government and local council development areas of the state. This was at a plenary presided over the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, in Lagos. Musa Toriyat asked the details.
Of government, the executive, legislature, and judiciary are constitutionally replicated in the three tiers of government: the federal, state, and local governments.
Such dependence undermines the principle of separation of powers.
The need for the legislative arm at the local governments to have financial autonomy was contained in the motion moved by the chairman, Local Chieftaincy Affairs and Rural Development, Honorable Ganiu Sani.
The legislative arm in all local government areas and local council development areas depends on the executive arm for funds to carry out their statutory functions. Such dependence undermines the principle of separation of powers, weakens effective oversight
of their councils in their pockets. Now, if we are asking for the financial autonomy, it gives them a little bit of credence to be able to say this is what is right or wrong in the financial institution of the local government.
We are giving back to local government what belongs to them,
for them to be able to carry out their functions without the permission of the executive arm.
There is no check and balance in all our local government.
Members of the House of Assembly also believe that the principles of separation of powers will be enhanced when the motion eventually leads to a legal framework to actualize independent funding for the local government legislature.
Separation of power will bring openness, accountability. It will even further enhance the representation to the people that they are representing.
Enough training, guidance will also be pushed into motion, especially on capacity building, so that they know from day one what is expected of them.
The Speaker of the House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, noted that with the recent increase in allocations to local governments, the legislature at the grassroots must be empowered to ensure proper checks and balances in the interest of the people.
If they can oversight the chairman and his team very well, I think there will be degree of sanity and improvement in our local government. And it's also a reminder for us to look at the local government administration law so that we can amend and make this process, a law beyond the resolution.
The House resolves to call on Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to mandate the Commissioner, Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy Affairs and Rural Development to prioritize regular training and capacity building for councillors on financial management, budgeting processes, and legislative best practices. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
With the launch of Clarion Shipping West Africa Limited, Nigeria's first ever indigenous direct shipping service from China to Nigeria, stakeholders in the maritime sector are set to enjoy the seamless trade corridor that eliminates costly transshipment delays while strengthening Nigeria's position as a hub of West African commerce. S.A. Wamaka asked the details.
Since the collapse of the Nigerian national shipping line, the nation's maritime sector has largely depended on foreign shipping companies, resulting in higher transportation costs and the exploitation of Nigerian resources. To change this narrative, Clarion Shipping West Africa Limited, Nigeria's first ever indigenous direct shipping line from China to Nigeria, has been unveiled to freight forwarders as a game changer for the sector.
Most times it takes like 2 months, 3 months before goods ships from China will arrive in Nigeria. And we need to provide a solution because we love Nigeria, we love our people. We don't want them to continue crying because of the high cost of movement of this cargo from China to Nigeria. tying down their capital for all this while. But with this direct shipment of goods from China to Nigeria, you now find out that within 35 days, any cargo shipped with the Clarion shipping line from China gets to Nigeria.
Cargo coming to Nigeria is on FOB value, free on board. That's a great loss in this country. So with Clarion shipping now, I'm sure that players will join, that he's taking that bold step, that Nigeria can do things, and that adds a lot of value to the present administration.
With world-class logistics solutions, Clarion Shipping Line's direct China-Nigeria service will connect major Chinese ports, including Qingdao, Yiwu, Nansha, and Shanghai, straight to Lagos. This creates a seamless street corridor that eliminates costly transshipment delays.
Before now, we rely solely on foreign vessels. We rely solely on foreign policies of ocean-going vessels to have our trades delivered to Nigeria.
It's a very good starting, a great beginning.
All the key benefits of the service include reduced freight charges, the removal of container deposits, 21 days of free container demurrage, as well as job creation opportunities.
For once, Nigerian maritime sector, via the freight forwarding community, can be liberated for ease of doing business. At the end of it all, the freedom, the express job we will enjoy from this will translate to the economy.
It's a wonderful thing. So I'm calling on all professional colleagues to rise up to the occasion and make very good use of this opportunity. Clarion is the only place to go for now.
We must see that everything that we are doing must be in line with the provision of the conventional shipping laws, and thereby helping her in order to boost this particular good venture that she has already embarked on, not to be a failure at all.
Stakeholders, while commending the initiative, urge government and industry players to support this indigenous effort by routing cargo through Clarion's direct China-Nigeria service towards building a resilient and cost-effective Nigerian shipping industry. In Lagos, Ese Owamaka, NT News.
That concludes the news. Please do join us again at 7 p.m. for more. Thanks for staying with us. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. Good afternoon to you.